What's up, YouTube? And welcome back to our review of Tulsa King Season 1. So at least I can say it like that we are getting another season. So yeah, we did react to the entire series, guys. So it'll be down in the description if you're interested. But I think like when I brought the series up to you and stuff, like not really knowing about it, but now coming out, like what's the thoughts? Like just
Well, yeah, I just like all Sylvester Stallone movies. This is one of his only shows, so it's good to go into it, and you know what, it didn't leave me disappointed, so
oh, for sure.
I was really happy with it.
I feel like this show could have been like a really shitty one. Like I feel like it could have been one of those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like one of those shows that happens, big name comes in, shits the bed, right?
But I didn't really see like anyone big, you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Except really him.
Yeah.
I've seen Bodhi in a few like
Mhm.
movies, but
Nobody
nothing
else.
No, nothing really big.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And like, are you a big fan of like mob movies, like Mafia and
I
stuff?
love those.
Yeah. Goodfellas, Godfather,
Those were all good.
stuff like that. Fantastic movies and stuff. Even like if you look at like shows, Sons of Anarchy, even Narcos is in that same sort of realm, I guess too. But it's not like mob, but like Mafia.
And
Like
then you get that Yellowstone feel.
Yellowstone feel, yeah, all different types of like mafias, like based on the different nationalities and stuff. I think the big thing going into like was that like Sylvester Stallone, he does look like a fucking mob guy. Like he does. Like he has that look about him.
Yeah.
Especially as he's gotten older. I think he just more, because everybody knows him for Rocky, Rambo, all that stuff, and it's just nice to see him be able to go into this role. Like I think this is like, you know, he's an older guy now and stuff. And I don't know how many years he has left in terms of acting, but like the fact that he did take on this role, I think was a real treat. I think because it's like, dude, we finally get to see him as like a mobster. Like
He played it really well.
oh, he did, and all the side characters were really good too.
Everyone was fantastic.
They were really good, yeah.
I liked everyone.
With very limited time they got to be developed.
Yeah.
They were really good. I really liked it. And especially competing with Yellowstone. Like they dropped Yellowstone, I think, at the same time as this. And they've been coinciding throughout late fall, early winter and stuff. So it's a tall task, but I think, you know, I've noticed a lot of more people watching the show and stuff. Is nice to see, right? Because at the beginning people didn't really know about it and stuff. And no, it was just like, it was just super impressive. I think like every episode, I don't think there was one shitty episode.
No,
honestly,
every episode was good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fantastic writing, acting, everything.
Well, what did you feel? How do you feel about like? Because the first, I think, how many of the first episodes do you want to say? Like what? Like 4 or 5 were very like dramedy. A lot of comedy was involved.
No, of course.
And then it got super serious.
Started getting serious. Yeah.
But it was always had like a serious undertone. Always like there was like, you know, him like, remember when he was talking to that kind of like in that circle, the center of the universe thing? Like that was very serious. Like talking about like how sorry he was and shit and stuff. Like shutting out his daughter and his family and stuff. There was a lot of like jokes and stuff with it. So that's what was there as well.
Well, that's what I liked about it too. So
it was funny, right? Like it was like a relief, right? Because I think like the mob movies, are they really funny? Like they're not. Like they're like very serious. Like very like, you know, tunnel vision on what you're what's at hand. And yeah, and even like the idea of like, I love the idea of them like him like because he gets out of jail, right? And then he kind of goes on to Tulsa and stuff, and you kind of see all those years they kind of like, because like, you know, if there's 20-year gap, like he doesn't know what a phone was, like Uber.
It's unfortunate that he was in jail for 20 years or 25 years and
something like that.
He got out and then moved to another state, like
totally different. Like totally different.
Yeah, he barely knows anything, right?
No, and he adapted and stuff.
But like he's still street smart, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Got this whole crew going. So.
Yeah, very. Yeah, no, it happened very nicely. Like in very little length too.
Yeah.
Like they developed that. Wow, that was really cool. The soundtracks, like the songs that they picked in this was just like off the charts. It was great, very good quality. You know, like I said, like the emotional scenes were really good as well. The action was pretty good as well. It felt like like a mafia, like, you know, those like, you ever play those like old mafia video games, like when you like it felt like, you know, whenever they have that fucking shotgun and cocking that and stuff, and even like with the last scene, like in the finale, like them like killing all the Irish guys and stuff, where that felt like almost like Sons of Anarchy, right? Like the vests and stuff, like just very cool. I really like that too. And even like the aspect of like, they call them like the Indians, the indigenous, That was really cool as well. We didn't really get to see too much of that toward the end. Remember Bad Face?
Bad Face.
Bad Face, yeah. Apparently got hurt or something, or got locked up or something like that.
Something happened to him.
Something like that. That was really funny too, and just yeah, there's just so many good moments. It was like a really good show. Like I think like one of those shows I would recommend to pretty much anybody. I think.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, just like I know my parents just started watching. I know your dad watched it, so just yeah, no, just super like chill show. You don't have to think too much. You just kind of straight up watch it. So I know like I've watched a lot of like thinking shows in a while. I think like the most we did was probably like House of the Dragon probably together. So that was like, holy fuck, like that's like a lot to process. This is like not so much, right? Like it's more like laid back and stuff. But I think it is worth mentioning like what our favorite moments were, like everything and stuff. In terms of like a moment, like what was like that one that just like is above the rest?
I just like how we like I said before, he got all like the crew. He got his own team together throughout like the whole season.
And you liked how that team.
And I liked how he recruited them and everything, right? So
like
some of them it was like they didn't want to, and then like they ended up they ended up liking him in the end, like trusting him, and it's good. I thought it was really well done.
Really well done?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I mean, that was a really good part of the show, just the way him building up that crew and the way he did it and how funny it was. Yeah. Like, oh yeah.
Like the friendships that he got out of it, so.
Oh, 100%, I agree with you there. I think a specific moment for me, I think had to be, I think it was that, you remember that episode where they had that song on in the background and it was his first, like, he went to go make a statement because of the, you remember when they pretty much ransacked his guys, remember? And he decided to go back, beat the shit out of them with the bats and stuff. Like, that was so fucking... Oh, with, what's it called? Tyson's dad. And then he's like, oh, like, I remember we always joked about it. Like, Tyson was like, Tyson's like, oh, how'd you, like, find me? It's like, oh, I just put in my GPS, dumbass motherfucker. Yeah. Like, that shit was so funny, man. Like, and I know Tyson's dad's actor, like, from a ton of shows I watched, so that was really cool to see as well. Just an amazing actor and stuff. And I think that was my favorite moment, just very, very fun. Like, I think that might have been my favorite episode, honestly.
That part was funny.
Oh, that was really funny, too. But what about favorite episode for you? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm going to say the first, because it was just, I found it hilarious how he was just, like, so new to, like, technology and society and how it is, like, coming out of prison 20 years later. I thought that was good.
Yeah, because remember he was, like, going back to, like, the Apple store and stuff like that. Yeah. And, like, just, like, there was a lot of comedy in that first episode. Oh yeah, even Tyson. I remember Tyson kept saying "my gangsta." Yeah, like that shit was fucking funny. Man. Tyson stole the show for me early on. Like
Tyson was good.
Oh, for real. For me, episode. Oof. I'm gonna go off a limb here. I may be like being a little bold, but episode 2. I don't know if you remember. They went obviously to the indigenous area, and you remember on the car ride back. Like, you remember one of the parts of that. Like that whole episode was fun, but like him and like Bad Face kind of going at it. You remember on the way back in the car, you remember he's like kind of like he had that apricot and he was kind of high and shit, and he's like, oh, he, who, ma. That's so funny. Oh man, that was great too. Just dude, like fucking Sylvester Stallone should be like nominated for a fucking like he should be a comedian, that fucking guy.
He's funny. I like
so fucking funny. Especially like we are Italian too, so I think like it can almost resonate a little more. In terms of giving a season rating, what do you think?
Season rating?
Like the whole season, like.
Okay. I'd say I'm gonna do 7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Why not higher? What's the reason?
Why not higher? Because I want more episodes.
Oh, you want episodes? Yeah. You feel like there wasn't enough? Like.
Yeah, there should have been more, but it's okay.
There's very little.
It keeps me on the edge of my seat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
can't wait to react to the next season. So.
Oh, it'll be really fun. Yeah. I know. Hopefully this year, like end of this year, but maybe that's wishful. But I mean, like, listen, if you're making 30, 40-minute episodes, it's doable. Maybe they're really just using Tulsa, really.
Maybe maybe they'll release it the same time
next year. This year.
This year,
like at the tail end. Yeah, I can see that. For me, I think. I've rated things pretty high in the past, and I think this one deserves a solid 8 out of 10. I think just like it was very good, very surpassed my expectations. Like I said earlier, I think it was just a show that I had on my radar because I seen him promoting it. I think in maybe September, maybe August. I seen him promoting it, kind of remembered it, and then when it came up on the schedule, I watched it. Very glad I did. Just fantastic with the little time they had. And stuff, and I really hope everybody watches it. I think it's worth a watch and stuff. And how's it compared to the mob things you see in the past? Does it feel as authentic as that, or
I think so.
you think so? Yeah.
I think it's playing well in the show.
Yeah, right. Like it feels mob, right?
They make the mob look like fucked up and
Yeah,
corrupt.
yeah. Maybe at the beginning it didn't feel like that as much. But I think toward the end it felt like a mob, right?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
'cause at the beginning it felt like fucking stupid mob. 'Cause remember when he starts off? Remember he goes inside there like and he's talking to the guy Vince and he punches him out and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck I did for you? Like I went away for you." Like it was like it was kind of like, what type of fucking mob is this? Like a bunch of fucking mama. That kind of reminded me of, but no, it was a fantastic show. It's fucking awesome. Can't wait for the second season. But anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up for review and our content regarding Tulsa King Season 1. Let us know down below what you thought about the series. What was your favorite episode? Your favorite moment? What would you rate it out of 10 the entire season? How does that compare to those mob movies if you're big into that stuff? And even the video games, like I'm personally a huge fan of the Mafia series, like Mafia 1, 2, and then 3. It was really fun. I played back in high school, so that was you never played any of those or never did? Yeah.
To be honest, no.
I loved it, dude. It was such like that fucking killing, the way you were able to kill somebody was just fucking crazy. But no, I'm a big fan and just the show really did it for me. So yeah, and don't forget, guys, if you did enjoy our reactions and obviously the review, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn that post-notification bell down below as well. Be notified for eventually Season 2, obviously whenever it comes out. So hopefully this year, if not, I think for sure next year at the latest. But yeah, final words on Tulsa King. Just
Season 2.
Season 2, that's it. Season 2, yeah. No, I just think just super consistent and just funny as fuck. I think that's pretty much what it was. And thank you so much to Stallone for doing a TV show, fucking being a mobster. I think that was like the best thing he could have fucking done in a while. So, but anyways, guys, appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, we will catch you next time.